She ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him,
Oh.
and then he was just gone.
Was the tiara the baby?
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Oh, time to solve the chest.
Okay,
We gotta look
so
for clues.
how do we open it?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Tiara.
Yep.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Go over here.
Both, yeah, you can do both. Look at that
Oh,
one.
we can move?
Yes, look at that one. What?
What?
Click on it. See what happens.
Here, the secret keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds.
Oh.
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. Back in your pond, Big Frog. There you go, Stalwart Moose.
Oh wow, we got all the pieces.
The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back.
Okay, now go back to the other ones. There's one more, that's fine.
Crafty goblins go here. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. The Mad Hunter, always on the princess's
The
trail.
Mad Hunter, yep.
The Wise Princess goes in the big wooden house, of course.
Okay.
All right, should be easy enough.
See. Oh, okay.
One. Oh, I
No.
did that.
We gotta do it in order. Go back. Let me show you. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
In order of this. Look, see this first, the O,
Oh.
then this, the L, and then this, the E, whatever.
Yeah. O L.
All right, should
I'll
be
do it.
easy enough.
O
Try it.
O E.
That work? Press this.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Talk to her, see what she says. Oh shoot, never mind, can't. You don't need to sit down on my lap. You were doing just fine.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
I'm so done with her riddles.
Oh, what? Go downstairs?
No, we're not going downstairs.
Oh.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
We could, but we don't want to.
What about this one?
Charlotte. Stop for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see. Gotta be one of these. I feel like... No, I was gonna say, I feel like these are alluding to something, but I don't think so. The ones that don't have something on it.
Getting that.
So... it's gotta be in a combination of that. OLE. Right? What?
Dude,
Nothing up.
I wanted to see.
Okay, so it's
That crowbar
OLE.
is sounding pretty nice right now.
What if we do need the crowbar?
ELO?
I heard something.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
I heard.
I'm trying to think of what order we would do this in.
Dad, go down. Go down.
No, I'm not gonna go get the crowbar just yet.
Yes.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
Hang. Go.
There, we got it.
Yes.
LEO.
What is that spell? Leo.
It's in the order of her life, but
Whoa.
How is
Did it just get
Leo?
darker in here?
It looks
sure did.
pretty.
Ollie. She
Ollie.
noticed. I was her son.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
That's probably where the baby is.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Leo.
That's why it says Leo.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm back.
Come on. Let's go to the dock. It's time to finish
The
this.
rock?
The dog.
Gotta go to that rock?
I heard a dog.
Yeah, we gotta go to the dock. We go see the rock.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
No. Keep looking, yeah. Keep looking for a minute.
I guess we
Around.
could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
I don't
Oh,
see
no.
anything.
There's not much else to look at. We can look at that. I don't think I've looked at that yet.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which
Like,
is
hold on.
arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. Then you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Crafty Goblin's loot.
They stole the cake. I don't want to read that.
That. The Princess and the Two Thieves. You don't want to read it?
Yeah, I don't want to read it. Oh. Oh, we can steal those.
Yeah, but we gotta read what they stole. The Princess and the Two Thieves. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house and in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected. So she only took what she needed. For a long time, life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time, the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then, small items started disappearing as well. I'll be back. Okay, Magrion. Spoons and plates. Forks and knives. And blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess, a big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eyes on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried because the cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour, and she followed the tracks, to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet. So,
Steal all the food.
deal what?
Steal all the food.
Some flour for the cake, maybe?
Stole the flour?
Didn't they take some of the princess's clothes?
No.
No?
Actually, I'm not sure.
They stole the fruits?
Wait. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
And eggs?
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Did they steal candy?
No.
No.
Wait.
And the flour?
Some flour for the cake, maybe?
I don't understand.
Spoons
They steal spoons? Oh, they did steal spoons.
What if they took some spoons?
and forks.
Don't have forks.
Maybe not. Or not. Actually, I'm not sure. Some flour for the cake, maybe? Maybe not.
So they stole...
What if they took some spoons?
They stole... It says right here.
Forks and knives and spoons and
Spoons
plates.
and plates, forks and knives, and blankets.
Blankets.
That's it, right, though?
And eggs vanishing. And fruits and nuts.
And eggs vanishing through the night. Okay. So, fruits and nuts and eggs.
And yeah.
Fruits and nuts and eggs.
I'm pretty sure they
There.
stole some eggs.
Nice.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then
You're the
one
best
day
mom
it
in
just
the world.
disappeared.
The prettiest princess. Aw. There's
Okay,
another
now
one
we
we
can
didn't look at.
No, I want to go down.
Very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
You want
Yeah.
to fix it?
What did they do to fix it again?
We gotta read the story. Hold on. Gotta read the story. We gotta find it.
Oh, I was gonna.
Is this it?
Wait, the beaver fixes the house.
Yeah, fixes the house. Okay.
Once upon a time, in
Ancient deep forest.
there lived a wise prince.
Shingles. Shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls.
In which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near the closet. Hearing the that morning,
The storm had blown the shingles off the roof and planks off of the walls and even bent a post upon which the house stood.
first to think fix, ask,
But the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess.
though she thinks she did not know to fix the wooden house.
Okay. Just then,
the
the old bear
came with the inch up farm when he
found her nailing planks back into place.
had stopped. But if you want help with the roof, there were the roof walls, the vents, or I could Archie.
He stretched up onto his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, then charged straight at the post.
Or bent
It ended up bent the other direction. Nice.
Irid one.
The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then that the very old beaver who kept an excellently crafted dam, perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the industrious animal hard at work, slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. Beaver, she said, my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it? I believe I could do that. Yes, said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. It will be an easy fix, she said. She set about righting the post with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. Thank you, beaver, she said. The wind blew the shingles off of the roof, and the planks off of the walls, and even bent this post. Now thank you. I still have a home. Think nothing of it, said the very old beaver, who returned to work on her own dam once again. That winter, the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her den, nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stews of corn and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favorite aspen. One day, the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. Thank you, said the very old beaver. Of course, said the princess. You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I am happy to do the same. The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day that she came to the dam, and the dam forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered within the underbrush. Oh, said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. Goodbye, my friend. And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness. Alright, so what did she fix? The shingles and the post?
The beaver didn't. Fixed that.
Fixed what? Click on it.
She repaired the water leak.
The water leak?
No.
No.
Maybe not.
The
She
post?
slapped the post with her tail to right it.
Yes. And the shingles, right?
She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls.
The planks?
And
She fixed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd be a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all of my heart for taking care of me for all these past months. I can't even imagine how exhausted I must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to help. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Oh, that's his mother, Eddie's mom. So that's who the story's talking about.
okay, can we go now?
Yeah, we can leave. So, we can leave. I don't know. You want to read that story?
No. No. Stop it.
You really want to go?
Yes.
You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't want to.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
Want to see that Oh, we don't even get to get the crowbar.
We don't need the crowbar anymore. We opened it up.
Can we sprint?
Gotta look at what? This.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
There. There's no. Can you jump on the ice?
Concentrating.
Almost.
Boy.
Their father. But who?
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
Ugh. What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Alyson. We need to talk. we know it was you.
Ooh. Story's unraveling.
Wait.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Called them
Sure.
to come have a meeting.
Whatever. As long as we get answers.
I don't know why we're doing it like in the middle of the night, but
Is that Tom? Who is your father?
probably, yeah.
Look, that one person is. Yep, that's the one.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Wow. Waste no time.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
Gotta pay for this somehow, right? What should we do now?
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's got to fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You have to make this right.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up!
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know.
Oh,
Tessa
death
knows.
threats now?
Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it, but I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne